Hello, DP community. I'm hoping to make 2021 a fantastically exciting, engaging, and rewarding year for each of you. And in today's video, I'm going to share what I have planned for the coming months. The impetus for all this actually took hold mid last year when I was caught off guard by a spike in interest for DP's fan edit catalog. To be sure, most of the incoming messages at the DP Facebook site in 2020 were some version of, "Hey, how can I watch your blah 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 edit?" Yeah, in hindsight it makes perfect sense. Last year we were staying home more, watching more series and more movies, so it follows there would be renewed interest in fan editing. So let it be written, so let it be done. I'm proclaiming 2021 as the year of the fan edit at Delimited Productions. Hashtag YOFE. Beginning in February, each calendar month will feature a different title from the DP catalog in chronological production order. These will go out as monthly vlogs where I introduce the work, share stories or trivia, and look back at the production process. The work itself will be available during that month, first to my patrons and then to general audiences. So do be mindful of the schedule if you've been waiting or holding out. There will be something for everyone, but I want this year to be especially good for my patrons. For starters, if you're a DP patron leading up to the month in question, you can submit questions about the upcoming title. Your questions will then become part of the upcoming vlog and inform some of the discussion. Also in 2021, DP patrons can expect some special, exclusive access to my secret trove of work from time to time. I'll provide more details when they are relevant. Alright, without further delay, here is your introduction to 2021, the year of the fan edit. Naturally, we begin with my foray into the art and science of fan editing, 2009's Star Wars Prologue. It was an epic 4-act reconstruction of Star Wars 1, 2, and 3. And I do mean epic, the movie is 3 hours long. March is reserved for DP's very first Star Trek project, the motion picture Warp Re-Edit. That month is going to be a lot of fun because, in case you haven't heard, I'm assembling a new edition of that work after more than a decade. Working on Star Trek the Motion Picture left me hungry for addressing problematic Star Trek movies, and so my third project was a reconstruction of the 7th Trek film, Star Trek Regeneration. In May, we will leave the Trek franchise but stay in the sci-fi genre with a project for which I still have fond memories, 2011's The Artificial. We're going to close out spring and welcome the summer with my first and only effort at editing and reassembling a 2-part television show, the Menagerie Refit episode. Perfectly timed for the summer peak is the edit I have watched more than any other, Sunrise and Sunsets. The entire project was a love story because it was a former girlfriend who introduced me to the first film, 1995's Before Sunrise. August is potentially huge. Not only does it feature what many fans have described to me over the years as DP's best Trek effort, but Star Trek Antithesis is one of 2 classic titles I've nominated for a 1080p upgrade in 2021. The other candidate is Star Trek Regeneration. Both titles were produced in 720p, but today I could probably reassemble one of these in full HD over the course of, say, 2 or 3 weeks. The bling bling alarm reminds me that this particular update production is a gift to my patrons in 2021. I might even ask patrons to help me choose which title gets updated, Star Trek 10 or Star Trek 7. And if you're not a patron, no worries, the originals will be available. In September, we jump into the horror genre with perhaps my easiest feature film edit, the Wolfman Retro Cut. This work is noteworthy because it was the last of 4 titles I produced in 2012. I have never since been that prolific. Just in time for Halloween, in October, I'll walk you through the one edit I never released, 2013's Alien 2. It was always intended as a personal project, and only 4 other people on the planet have seen it, until now. My plan for October is to release a series of short videos where we advance through each stage of the movie and examine the changes. The month will conclude with my second special gift for patrons, private access to the final cut. November should appease the masses because 2018's Star Trek II Unity is now the most frequently mentioned or requested work. If you're new to that project, there is a 7-part documentary series on the YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube search, type Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan Unity production series, and that will take you to the playlist. It's Christmas time at DP when December arrives. I'll be announcing a brand new fan edit, something I started working on earlier this month. I won't spoil the surprise, but I can tell you it's a movie from the 90s with connections to the sci-fi genre, and it's not Star Trek or Star Wars. I'll give a special shout out in December's video to the first person who correctly guesses the source film. Oh, you might be wondering, what about Star Trek Beyond the Barrier? Well, that's a good question, because if you ask me, B2B is my best film reconstruction when I consider the many ways we completely transform the look and feel of Star Trek V. Well, Beyond the Barrier won't be featured in 2021 because that project already has a permanent production site. It has everything a DP fan needs: an overview of the work, photo gallery, production details and revision history, fascinating trivia. And for fans who are overly familiar with the original Final Frontier movie, there are even tips on how to navigate and enjoy the new narrative structure. In other words, Beyond the Barrier has always been available for fans. You don't need a special occasion to enjoy it. So it seems I have a lot to do this year. You too, DP community, stay busy with something you're passionate about. Stay safe in the new COVID culture, and let's meet up once a month during this year of the fan edit.
YOFE.
Until next time, this is Antimatter.